Fiesta Days, the two words that will put a smile on the face of anyone that has lived in Spanish Fork for a few years. But if you're new to the area, Fiesta Days is the biggest, funnest, and greatest time of the year. And Fiesta Days is starting now. Hi, I'm Natasha Lockhart, your host for this special Fiesta Days program. And if you want to know anything about what's going on this year, we have the past, present, and future chairs of Fiesta Days with us. They have got to be some of the hardest working people in town right now. Let me introduce Max and Amy Darrington, our 2023 chairs. Welcome.
Thank you.
Garrett and Stephanie Anderson, our future 2024 chairs. That sounds weird to say, 2024 chairs. Mark and Mindy Warner, our past chairs from the 2022 Fiesta Days. And welcome everyone. How does it feel to be in the home stretch? Good? You're like, I don't know if we're in the home stretch yet, right?
The first stretch.
Right.
It's gone by very fast. The year. I really can't believe it's July
It's almost time, right?
Yeah.
Well, to our viewers at home, you should have received your copy of the Fiesta Days magazine. Read through it, look at the advertisements, support all of the great sponsors, businesses that help make this party pretty much free to attend. Comments on that, right? Mostly free. And if you didn't receive your copy of the magazine in the mail, they are available at the Parks and Rec office or at City Hall. And new this year, you can download a copy from SpanishFork.org. And before we get into the schedule of events, let's talk a moment about the theme for this year's Fiesta Days, right where you belong. What does that mean to you?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to maybe talk a little bit about that. Having not been from Spanish Fork, I grew up in a very, very small town, and where we had that small town feel, where everyone was involved, everyone knew one another, and it was just a great environment. And then when I moved down here to Spanish Fork, and we built our first home here almost 30 years ago, and we began to, attending a lot of the activities. It just felt like we were back home again. It was like we belong. So we feel like that if you're a part of Spanish Fork, if you live in Spanish Fork, come to all the events. You're where you belong, because this is where we want you to be. No matter who you are, where you're from, come and enjoy the activities. This is where you should be.
The best part about Fiesta Days is there is something here for everyone. If you don't like fireworks, come to the car show. If you don't like cars, come to the parade. The whole month of July is a party and a celebration, and we want everybody to be a part of it and to really feel like they belong here in Spanish Fork.
Love
It's gonna be great.
Anybody else want to comment to the theme at all?
I look forward to Fiesta Days because I see a lot of my old classmates that return. I was born and raised here and stuff, and they find it a good time to return. And I visit with them in the park at the different activities, and it's kind of neat to see them come home to where they belong.
Awesome.
Spanish Fork does a great job of making this city a place where we want to belong. And we feel it's right where we belong because of the great things that the city does, and especially around the 24th and the Fiesta Days. So,
love it. All right, well, that's where the party starts, right? So let's get right to it. Let's get right to the activities. So let's see, kicking things off on Friday, July 7th, Darrington's. Movie in the Park?
Movie in the Park. It's in Canto this year. And this is a fun night because we have Food Truck Friday also, so you can come and get dinner for your family. You can get kettle corn. That's one of the things we always love to do. Bring your chairs, bring your blankets. And it's a super fun night to wander around, visit with people, and watch the movie with your family.
All right. Saturday.
yeah, Saturday, July 8th, we've got the pickleball tournament at the sports park from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's an up-and-coming sport. I think it's pretty popular here with all the pickleball courts that we have. And also that same day, we have the softball tournament at the sports park, and that starts at 9 a.m.
Okay. Tuesday, July 11th. I think you guys have that as well? Okay.
We have the kickball challenge, and I think that's one of the most competitive events if you've ever been to it. People get into that, and it's so fun. It's a fun night, a long night, but a fun one.
Okay. July 12th.
Cornhole.
Cornhole. I'm going to let Mark talk about it because he's registered for it.
Yeah. This is the 3rd year for our cornhole tournament, and I've been involved every year. I've entered, I've played with my son, other workmates and stuff, and it has grown every year. Last year it was twice as big as it was the first year. And I was surprised because I went to the pre-team meeting, and there was out-of-staters there. There were people that had traveled hundreds of miles to play in our cornhole tournament, which the fabulous cash and prizes that are in it is a lawn chair or a cooler. But they just loved to compete, and it was fun to go down there and see all the families gather around and watch and compete as family groups and stuff, and to actually see these guys travel hundreds of miles to compete. And by the way, they didn't win. Local players beat them out, but it's fun, and I suggest everybody enter in and get a companion, come toss some bags.
Okay, love it. Darrington, do you have?
Right after the cornhole will be the spikeball tournament. It's kind of a combination of foursquare and volleyball. I think everyone has seen the games before, but it's again, it's a very, very competitive sport, and a lot of local and outsiders have come to be a part of that, and it's another fun event to watch. And that's at the sports park at 8 o'clock.
Okay. On Thursday, July 13th, Warner's.
That's the flag retirement, and this is something that we just really love, and it's just really an awe-inspiring program. It's put on by the National Guard, and it's a family event. You can bring your kids, bring your scout group, you know, whatever. Everyone is invited. And they have a military band that plays. I loved the military band. I thought that was really neat, and they honor veterans. And then when they bring out that great big flag that flies over Macy's, that is a huge flag, and that's the first flag that they retire, and that is just amazing.
A question I have is, if someone has a flag they want to retire, does anyone know where they can bring those flags?
To the Parks and Rec office.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, you can bring them to the Park and Rec, and you can bring them with you that night. You need to come a little bit early.
Right. Needs to be pre-folded as well.
Yes, should be pre-folded, and everyone can participate in retiring the flag. We'll ask the whole audience if they want to participate and help with that. And it's they also bring their howitzers, and they'll give a 21-gun salute, and it's kind of loud, but that event will put a tear in your eye, and it's really a good event to be to.
Indeed. Okay, on Saturday the 15th.
Yeah, we've got the PYROMUSICal, so come enjoy some pyro lights and music, food trucks. So it's a fun night just to bring the family and be with the community, enjoy some good music and some good food as well. So
All right.
that starts at 6 p.m. on the 15th.
And that's down at the sports
Down
park.
at the sports park, yep.
And I would suggest you probably come down early in the day and claim your area. Because there's going to be thousands of people there.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
It's
now.
one of the most popular events now, and it is packed from all over the city and neighboring cities. It's a highlight for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, another popular event on Tuesday, the 18th, Anderson's.
We have the baby contest at the Senior Center at 3 p.m. I think there's nothing better than having all these cute, darling kids come in.
Okay.
Yeah, they can come in costume. They can represent the theme.
Oh, right.
You know, they're just so cute.
Is there pre-registration required for that, or can they just come that day?
They do need to pre-register, and they do
Okay.
that through the rec office.
Perfect. All right, and then kicking things off on Wednesday, July 19th. I guess that is That's me. That's the rodeo. So the rodeo kicks off on Wednesday the 19th. That's PRCAA rodeo action. That runs every single night through the 24th. And if you don't have your tickets already, you're probably already sad, but you can maybe find some singles left at sfcitytix.com. And then we also have the sidewalk sales going along Main Street, also running through the 24th. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You are the experts here. And then also, Darrington's helped me with the craft fair.
Yeah, so we have the craft fair in the city park, and that also runs the 20th through the 23rd and then the 24th.
Okay.
We've worked really hard this year to get, well, I shouldn't say I worked really hard. We have the committee chair has worked really hard to make sure that we have a variety of vendors and that there is something there for everyone.
Oh, I love that part. I love shopping there.
You know.
The craft fair and food vendors as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Also through the 24th, the carnival, also every single night, Warner's.
Yeah, so they have some advanced ticket deals.
Okay.
They started on the 1st of July and it goes to the 18th. It's all you can ride and it's a wristband. You can buy it online and they'll sell them, you know, between those dates 7/1 to 7/18 or until they're all sold out. And then they also have the Buddy Night, which is on the 20th. And that's where you buy one all-day ride pass there at the ticket office. You have to have your buddy with you. And it's $40, but then the buddy goes for half price.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
So that's...
Should we have a contest to see who can ride the longest before we get sick?
Tell the world.
There's only about 2 rides that I would even ride.
Amongst yourselves, right?
Can I send somebody in my place?
And Darrington's, tell us about the community theater.
So this year, the community theater is doing Matilda at 7 p.m. And this has always been one of our family favorites because it's a great opportunity to get inside out of the heat and sit and enjoy, you know, the local talent that we have here in Spanish Fork. The plays have always been very, very well done, very, very enjoyable. And then they have a special ADA night on July the 19th. So we encourage everyone to come out and support the theater.
Perfect. All right, Andersons, what about Family Night in the Park?
Yeah, so July 20th is the Family Night in the Park. We've got the Utah Valley Comedy, and it starts at 7:30 p.m. and just at the city park. So come and laugh and enjoy some good times. Hopefully some good jokes or...
Okay.
If not, Garrett's going to get up and take over.
Yes.
You're going to do some stand-up for us?
I've been known to tell a few good jokes.
Okay. That sounds great.
Well, he's been known to tell some jokes. I can't say that they're good.
They're good.
Oh, you laugh.
It is family night, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
They do fall under that category of dad jokes.
Yes.
Okay, well, moving on then to July 21st. So that's Friday. A couple of things going on. Warner's.
That is, well, the golf tournament starts. It's 2-man best ball.
Okay.
At the Oaks Golf Course. The price is $170 per team, and the cart is included in that. The sign-ups started on the 1st, but they'll continue until it's full. So sign up early. You can select your tee time anytime between 8:30 and 2 p.m. So
Okay.
sign up early.
And then also that day.
So next we have something new. It's for all you up-and-coming bakers. We have the new pie baking contest. So it'll be any fruit pie that you want to make. And they want you to have your pies at the library at 6:30.
Between 6 and 6:30.
between 6 and 6:30, and we get to be the ones
Yeah.
that determine the winners.
We're the
So
judges.
We get to be the,
So
So
if you
that's why
want
we
to,
wanted to do
Oh,
this.
okay.
if you want to pre-test us, that's okay too.
PM, right?
PM, yes.
Okay.
That's at PM.
Yeah.
And then the winners will be announced at 7:30 during the Spanish Fork Got Talent event. So
Yeah.
that'll be a great event to be a part of as well.
My talent could be eating the pies also.
That's why they called us, 'cause that's
we're
what
not a judge.
I can help you. I think you need a helper.
We need another judge.
Yes.
Yeah, Spanish Fork's Got Talent is that same night at 7:30 City Park.
So remind me also with Spanish Fork's Got Talent, is there pre-registration required for that? Do they have to be
Yes.
from Spanish Fork?
No, you do
No.
not have to be from Spanish Fork, but there is pre-registration, and you
Okay.
can find that on the website.
Okay, I know that's very popular as well. The day may seem empty, but there are lots of events going on like the rodeo, craft sales, the carnival, and plenty of things to do.
And let's not forget the food vendors. We're in charge of that, or we
Okay.
oversee that, and we've done that every year. And I look forward to the food vendors, and I actually go to every one of them
Yep.
and sample every one of them. Mindy can testify
Yep,
of
he does.
that.
I have my favorites that
Our favorites.
I go to, from what I've seen, it looks like they've got quite a variety. So there's not a lot of the same thing. you
Yeah,
know.
we've got tri-tip sandwiches returning, brisket sandwich returning, corn on the cob returning, but we've also got Navajo tacos, regular tacos. I think there's a Thai venue, and
Texas
there's
Twisters.
Texas Twister. Get your cups back out. Let's get them refilled.
Right?
and stuff. Take advantage of this.
So I
every
apologize
day.
if I skipped over that too quickly before, because that is actually my favorite part also.
Absolutely.
And you're in charge. You've been in charge of that in years prior.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
the 3 years that we've been on the
Oh.
committee.
It's
So
an
much
important.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
So
an
are
important
there
part.
any really, really new ones that we need to look forward to this year?
There are some new ones.
Okay.
And I can't give you their exact names, but
Okay.
yeah, you should try them.
No, I would agree. That's a great part of.
Just try them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
And,
enough days you can try them all.
The people that are with you, have them all try something different, and then you can all share.
That's actually how I plan my week. Then I don't have to cook every single night. Then you just
There
go
you go.
every single night, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. Well, very good. Thanks for that. Okay, moving on then. On Saturday, the 22nd, we have.
We start out with the car show at the sports park at 8 a.m. So I love hot rods. I love vintage cars. And so it's a fun event for me just to go see all the work that people have done on their cars. Someday, hopefully, I'll get my vintage Bronco done and bought or finished.
Laugh.
Something. But
Someday.
then I'll be in the car show with that, but that's down the road. That's down the road for sure. But yeah, that starts out the day at 8 a.m.
Okay. Very popular, huh?
Yeah.
What else is going on? There's also.
The Children's Day parade. Your group has signed up. You need to meet at the park school at 8:30. Did I say 8:30 or 6:30?
Yes.
Okay, 8:30. It will start at 9, and it starts at the park school, goes down Center Street to the park. I would encourage any group, family group, friends, whatever, it's fun. You can decorate your bikes, decorate a float. It's fun, and the kids do have a good time. All of the entries will be judged by Miss Spanish Fork, and so, if you win, you get a chance to be in the grand parade if you want. And then at the park, everybody that participates in the parade gets a popsicle and 1 ticket to the carnival. So
Okay.
good
Fun.
times.
All right. There's also a quilt sale.
Yes, we have the DUP Baby Quilt Sale,
Okay.
and that runs the 22nd and the 24th.
Okay. There's also something going on at the gun club.
Yes. There's a shoot, trap shoot. That'll run Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Oh, okay.
And you can register at the Spanish Fork Gun Club on the website. There's singles, doubles, and handicap on those days, and there is prizes, awards given for the winners of that. And you know, our gun club, that is a jewel that is not well used as much as it should be. They probably don't want me to advertise it. It's just kind of a known secret up there, but it's a beautiful place to go shoot.
It is beautiful.
And I encourage anybody to enter that and go shoot for those days.
All right, perfect. And Darrington's, tell us about entertainment at the park.
So we have, historically, we've always had entertainment in the park after the parade on the 24th, but now we've added it to be Saturday afternoon also.
Okay.
I think it's so fun because it's usually some of the youth of Spanish Fork, like the dance groups, and sometimes the Little Miss Spanish Forks will come perform. So it's really fun to support the youth as they develop their talents and get to perform. And that will be on the main stage at the library from 12:30 on.
Okay.
Natasha?
Yes.
I think we missed also the children's activities at the park right after the children's parade.
Okay.
And that's a real popular event. We always have tons of kids there.
In the tents, correct?
Yeah, there's tents, there's face painting, nail painting, fish pond, there's bounce houses?
The bounce
houses. It's just a really fun time for the kids.
You're
to
right.
be there.
Last year I got a tattoo.
All right.
There's tattoos there too. So.
Yes, there
What
are
could be better?
tattoos.
Right. You're correct. Yes, that's super popular. And then later that evening, there's a new pageant, I believe.
Oh yes, the Miss and Mr. Extraordinaire, and it is new. It's sponsored by the Spanish Fork Little Miss and the Fiesta Days. It's at 6 p.m. at the city park. It provides opportunities for residents 18 and under. If they have adaptive needs, it gives them the chance to show their talents. There's a big production number, a talent show, and an evening wear category. So it's kind of a neat thing, and they give away a sash and I think maybe a crown. I can't remember, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. All right, and then that will be followed with extreme bulls that evening at the rodeo, and then of course the street dance.
Yeah, we have the street dance, Center in Maine, 8 p.m. And I think this is such a fun evening for families just to come and enjoy and dance and have fun together. The music's always great.
Super fun.
And unlike my joke telling, I am not a dancer.
But come and watch Amy get her groove on.
Yes, definitely.
She really is a dancer.
Come for no other reason than that.
Wow, and that's all just the first 11 days. This is going to be a fantastic Fiesta Days celebration. Let's take a short break to catch our breath. So far, we've gone through 11 days of wonderful activities. This city sure knows how to throw a party. It must take a lot of manpower to pull off this kind of celebration. Let's talk for a second about the support of the community, sponsors, and volunteers.
There's a lot of them. It's amazing how many people volunteer their time just to be a part of it. It's great.
There's no way that we could pull off a party this big without a lot of volunteers.
I've actually seen some of the youth volunteers that are just there to gather some of the garbage even and just lift things and help. So I mean, this community does a lot.
There's hundreds of volunteers, and the city employees.
The city employees.
It's just amazing what they pull off by moving stages around, chairs around, tents around, And it's all done through the night and all this stuff. The hours they put in, is just amazing to pull this off.
I'll put any one of you on the spot. Why? Why do you do it? I mean, volunteerism really is just one of those things. I mean, you don't have to do it.
It's to give back.
Right?
The city's given us so much. We just want to give back. We want to share. So.
And generations before have made the city great, what it is now, and we have to continue that legacy. We have to continue to donate our time to make these events happen, to make our city continue to be the great place that it is.
And you get an awesome T-shirt. I must have a dozen of those awesome T-shirts.
It's always about the T-shirt,
Yeah,
right?
Don't forget the red polo.
Been there, done that, got a T-shirt.
Right.
I think something for me, my grandpa was friends with Mayor Dale Barney, and Volunteer Way is named Volunteer Way because at the time they wanted to build the sports park, but they didn't have the funding to do it. And so Mayor Barney called all of his friends, all of his farmer friends, and said, we need your backhoes, we need your farm equipment, and together they did that. They volunteered their time, and that's why it's called Volunteer Way. So I think, like what Garrett was saying, people before us have volunteered their time and set that example for us, and I want my children to see that too. If we want this city to be successful and Fiesta Days to be successful, it takes a lot of people to do that.
Absolutely.
And we can't forget the sponsors who make a lot of this happen for free for all of us. That they donate the money that it costs to have entertainment come to the city. So we're very grateful for the sponsors that make this possible too.
100%. Well, Sunday night in the park, we're getting back to the schedule now. Sunday night in the park, 7:30 p.m.
Yep, 7:30 p.m. at the city park. It's sponsored by Legacy House. So through the first part of the evening, Legacy House does some giveaways, gift cards, things like that. It's always kind of fun. It's a big family thing. Bring your family, your extended family, blankets, chairs, just enjoy each other's company in the park. There's always good entertainment on the stage. It's a good time.
Okay. Well, we like that you recommend that you get to bed early on the 23rd because the fun begins early on Monday, right?
Absolutely.
So what begins on Monday the 24th?
So of course we have the very, very well-known Speedy Spaniard. Every runner that's in the valley knows about the Speedy Spaniard. It's a 10K run. Starts at Canyon View Park at 6:30, and then it runs to the sports park all along the trail, along the river and trail. Just a beautiful place to be able to go and to run.
Okay.
So yeah.
We also have the Speedy Spaniard mile run that morning, and that starts at the sports park, and it's a mile back and forth, and that's at 7:30. So if you want to train your kids to be involved in the Speedy Spaniard, that's a great way to start.
Okay, and after you've done your running, you can go.
Then you've built up an appetite
Right.
to have some pancakes. So we have the pancake breakfast at 8 a.m. at the city park. So just following the Speedy Spaniard and the mile run, we get to have pancakes. So everybody loves pancakes.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Get your carbs.
Yes.
The parade starts at 9 o'clock. It starts at the junior high, Diamond Fort Junior High. Goes down Center Street, around the city park, and then down Main Street. And it promises to be a great one. This year we've really got some exciting stuff. We have a parade committee, and they've talked to us about different floats and acts that are going to be in the parade. It's going to be fun.
And I'll give our plug here as well. You can catch it live right here on SF17.
That's right.
So we also have the outdoor quilt show that day, and that is that's kind of a hidden gem tucked back at the Hughes Memorial Park.
Okay.
That'll start at 9 o'clock that day, and if you haven't been to see the quilts that are made, it is amazing, the talent that these ladies have, and men too. I don't know who makes them, but they are fantastic, and you can walk through and see the memorial park there. So worth your while to walk over there.
Okay.
It's just adjacent to the city park.
And then shortly, right after the parade stops, there's the entertainment in the park. It's another time for the, people to come and watch the entertainment from the city. Starts right at 11 o'clock there at the library stage. It's an opportunity for people to come sit in the shade and enjoy the entertainment of all of the local people that are here to show their talents.
And food vendors are still there.
That's right. Food vendors, they'll open at 10 o'clock that day, and they'll run all the way till about 9 o'clock that night.
Perfect.
I know that's a big tradition. You can start to see people after the parade, their families start to circle up. And it's just a great time to reconnect with your family and your friends and enjoy some yummy food. Yeah.
And then the Adopt a Duck.
Yep, that will be at the River Trail
Okay.
at 2 p.m. So if you don't have anything else to do that afternoon and your day hasn't been filled, go up there and adopt a
Right.
duck and see what happens.
And that's sponsored by our fire department. So
And do you remind me how this works? Do you pre-purchase the ducks?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, you have to pre-purchase it with the fire department, I think.
Okay. That's always super fun to
Yeah.
hear and watch about the
See
ducks.
which one
right?
floats down the river fastest.
Okay, and then of course, fireworks.
Woohoo! More fireworks. We have the concert that night.
Yes, we do. It's the band's Fire at Will.
Fire at
The band will be Fire at Will.
Okay.
And that starts at 7?
8
8
p.m.
Eight.
Yep.
8 p.m.
At the sports park.
at the sports park. And there'll be food trucks there also.
More food.
Yeah.
More
you know,
More food, more
That's-
fireworks.
We don't want
That's kind
anybody
of
to go
Fiesta
hungry.
days.
Right.
Food, fun,
Heaven forbid.
family, and
Fireworks,
fireworks and all that stuff. And we'll have a fireworks show, and it'll start just right after the rodeo closes. It's usually about 10:15, the fireworks show will go off.
We have to wait till the rodeo's done
Okay.
because otherwise the fireworks will spook the animals.
Okay.
So that's why we can't say for sure a time. It's just
Okay.
after the rodeo ends.
Okay.
I know there's lots of chatter sometimes on social media about that, and that is why.
Okay. So not to scare the livestock. Okay.
Yes.
That's a big day ending with a boom. Is that it? No. It continues, right?
Yeah, we're not quite done.
Okay, so the 25th through the 29th is still
Tennis. We
okay.
still have the tennis tournament. We don't want to forget any sport. Yep, that's the 25th through the 29th, and then also Matilda continues from the 20th through the 29th.
That's a great way to wrap things up. You know, so it's not always rodeo. You still have a few things kind of trickling through the end, right? That's it. Just a great 2 weeks to kind of wrap things up and Fiesta Days, right? So how has Fiesta Days just impacted your lives?
I just think it's been a great experience to reconnect with old friends. We've known the Warners for years and years, but we get to see them more often and also reconnect with new friends and just volunteer for the city, be a part of what's going on. It gives us a good excuse to be involved.
I was surprised during that COVID year when we kind of had to cancel a lot of events. My children came to me and they begged me, we got to continue this tradition, Dad. We got to do something. So we had a neighborhood parade and we lit fireworks and had a barbecue and stuff like that. So my kids look forward to this
Right.
annually, celebrating this.
They do. I'm glad they do too.
So this is your final year, correct? I mean, in this.
Well, no, I'll keep celebrating.
But in this position, so I kind
Yes.
of love that it's like you have your past, present, and your future. Like, I love how that kind of works. How somebody has a turn, and everybody's like, this is your, this is your your year to learn, and then somebody's, this is your what? You're the present.
We're the present,
right?
yes.
Correct.
And then you're learning
year
and
to
you're
learn.
going out.
We're supposed to have learned.
I love how that works. So are you sad to be leaving, or
No, because we'll continue to
you'll
celebrate.
continue? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's important that if you have new neighbors around you that have moved here from somewhere else, go and invite them. Go
Yeah.
encourage them, and because they're going to love it, and get them involved also. And they'll be future volunteers for us. So.
Right.
That's right.
Oh. Well, thank you so much for being here. Stay close to Spanish Fort 17 for daily highlights, live programs, and repeats of the events of Fiesta Days. And you can watch youtube.com Spanish Fort 17 to watch all of the events on demand. There is just nothing else like Fiesta Days. We are truly lucky to be a part of the Spanish Fort community. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Fiesta Days.